A Schweiss door should only be operated by authorized personnel. Those authorized personnel should read and understand the safety instructions before operating the door. The safety instructions are in Manual 10, Manual 100. The authorized people should also understand the path of travel of the door. Authorized users should know the door components and how they operate. So on the red panel on the wall here, we have our open close stop button, which will operate our door. We have our disconnect that will turn the power on or off to the door. If the door is ever to be serviced, power should always be off and locked out. Now up above we have our main control box, and off to the left we have our remote receiver box. Okay, so this is a bottom drive strap lift bifold door. So the drive is across the bottom. We've got the drive shaft that runs the whole length of the door, which has the strap drums mounted onto it. This is driven by a gearbox, sprockets, and a motor that drives the gearbox. No matter how much you run your door, you want to do a general look over before you do run it. So we'll start on the end. We'll make sure our auto latch strap is tracking straight through the tension box. Then we're going to check our tension on our lifting straps. Then we'll come along and check for any obvious loose set screws on the drive line, on the sprockets. Then we'll check our strap tension as we walk across. Set screws on your bearings. Strap tension. Bearing set screws. Strap tension again, and then we'll also check the far auto latch strap to make sure it's tracking straight through the latching system. So that was just a visual walkthrough before operating the door. You want to go more in depth monthly and check all of those things. Plus your hinges, make sure they are greased. Your bottom rollers, make sure they're intact and rolling. And your weather seal. So before operating your door, you want to make sure any walk doors in the bifold are closed and locked into place. If you have manual latches, you want to make sure those are unlatched. Make sure the door area is clear. If you have windows, you can check out your windows or out a walk door. And you want to make sure the whole door area is clear. And also do not want to open the door in winds of 40 miles an hour plus. So now that we've made sure your area of door travel is clear, we can go ahead and run the door, either by the optional remote if your door is equipped with it, or by the wall button. So as we're running the door, we're going to stand vigilant, watch the door open. We're going to make sure the door is opening evenly. We want to make sure we don't over travel. We want to keep your eyes on the door at all times while it's operating. Once your door reaches full open, it'll shut off itself at its open limit switch. Things to remember while operating the door is you never want to walk under a door in operation, and you always want to make sure it's stopping at its limit switch setting. When the door is open, you can do a visual inspection on your side rollers, and you can also make sure that your column, your door jamb, is free of any obstructions. So now when it's time to close the door, you want to check your surrounding area, an area of door travel, make sure everything's free and clear. Then we can go ahead and start closing the door. As the door is closing, keep your eyes on the door at all times. Now that the door is down, now is when you'd want to lock the door in with your manual latches if your door is equipped with manual latches. And you want to make sure your door is pulled in tight up against the jambs and that the close limit is shutting the door off when it's fully closed. If you have any defective components on your door, you do not operate it. You'll want to turn your power off and lock out your door. You should only have authorized personnel perform maintenance and repairs on your door. While your door is undergoing any maintenance, you'll want your power off at your disconnect, lock out the disconnect. And then if you ever need any parts, have any questions, lost your manuals, need a set of manuals, you can call Schweiss Doors. Call in with the serial number on your door. There's a black tag located on the top face of your bottom truss. If you have any questions at all about your door, don't hesitate to give us a call.